All right, shout out to the fan. Appreciate y'all being in this episode of the show. Welcome to the Sports Coma. I'm Big Q, where we talk real sports covering NFL, NBA, and the fight game, among many other trending topics. Let's kind of just jump right into this thing. And one of the original things we're going to start off with is Josh Allen goes nuclear. First up, Josh Allen put up a crazy performance in Week 11, accounting for 6 total touchdowns and a statement to win. The Bills' offense finally looked like themselves, and Josh Allen just remind everybody, why he's an MVP caliber QB. Buffalo needed a spark, and Josh Allen delivered with one of the biggest games of the season. So shout out to the Buffalo Bills. Coaches on the hot seat after week number 11. So which NFL head coaches are endangered of being fired next? Dan Quinn of the Washington Commanders among 3 NFL coaches officially flagged as, quote, at high risk, end quote, of being fired this year after this week. Some of the guys. How about Kevin Stefanski for the Cleveland Browns after having some tumultuous times of being going on up there? He's one of the guys that's listed on the hot seat, right? After Brian DeBall got canned last week, how about the rest of these guys? 2 NFL coaches had already been fired this season. We know about Brian Callahan early. 3 NFL coaches at risk of being fired. Bengals head coach Zach Taylor, Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski, and Commanders head coach Dan Quinn. How about that? Taylor and the Bengals were blown out by the Steelers, and it's a loss year for Cincinnati. Could it be time for a change? Kevin Stefanski, meanwhile, has already taken heat from the quarterback decision that he made with Dylan Gabriel, despite Shador making his NFL debut in a loss. So this is very interesting. Meanwhile, the Commanders are having a disastrous season continue Sunday morning as they fell to the Dolphins, and NFL fans blame Quinn for the injury to Jaden Daniel, and they're not happy with him either. So these are a couple of the coaches that are currently facing the firing squad, man. It's very sad, but nonetheless, this is reality in the NFL. Also, some real notable injuries to be taken aware of is the fact that the Titans did lose Calvin Ridley to a broken fibula. He is done for the year. So this is very sad news as well. As you can see, Michael Penix Jr., we covered that in another broadcast, him and Drake London. Buffalo Bill wide receiver Keon Coleman was a healthy scratch. Chicago Bears, Tariq Stevenson, Cincinnati Bengals, Cam Taylor Britt dealing with a foot issue. Several other players there. Dylan Gabriel, of course, he was ruled out with the concussion. Also, offensive tackle Cam Robinson with a knee was ruled out. And Josh Jacobs of Green Bay dealing with a knee. Linebacker Jamal Hill with a hamstring for the Texans. Chargers, Kamani Vidal was out with the thigh issue. And the Dolphins also dealing with their own injuries. A lot of people are dealing with some stuff heading into week number 11, man. So it's unfortunate. Ridley, who was one of the top targets for overall first round pick, Cam Ward, as the Titans are now posting the worst record where they had it for a while now in the NFL and are headed toward another season where they could potentially end up with the first round draft pick. All right, let's jump to the NBA right now, man. Even though the Pelicans are struggling bad, other people are having some issues too. The Detroit Pistons, Cade Cunningham, has some injury concerns going on as one of their top players is dealing with issues and problems with the Detroit Pistons. They have gotten off to a phenomenal start, 11-2 record, second best in the league. While Cunningham was selected to his first NBA All-Star team last season, he's on pace for the best year of his career. In 11 games he played, he's averaging over 27 points, 5 rebounds, and 9 assists while shooting almost 44% from the field. But unfortunately for both him and the Pistons, a left hip contusion has held him out for the last couple of games. So despite him being questionable for the Monday matchup against the Pacers, Cunningham was a part of the pretty significant announcement on Monday as revealed by Cunningham inking a 6-year deal to resign with Nike and receiving his own signature shoe. So Cade Cunningham stepping it up, man, getting his own Nike shoe, and becomes the 6th active NBA player to have a signature shoe deal with Nike, joining LeBron, Kevin Durant, John Morant, Devin Booker, and Giannis as wrote. So this is congratulatory to him as he hoping to get back onto the court to help the Pistons in more of a team-based situation. So congratulations to Cade Cunningham. Let's talk a little boxing. Jake Paul, after the incident occurred with Gervonta Tank Davis dropping out of the fight, Jake Paul had to pivot to somewhere else. He tried different people, but we have some fight news. That YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul is to fight two-time world champion Anthony Joshua on December the 19th. This will be a good fight right here, as the heavyweight bout will consist of 8 3-minute rounds, will take place in Miami and will be streamed live on Netflix. That date is December the 19th. Joshua is a big guy, man. He's about 6'5", 6'4", 6'5", stands tall. He has power in both fists. And it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a big fighter for Jake Paul. It might be the biggest fighter he's faced, and this is going to be difficult. It will be the toughest fight for him. He's 12-1, 7 knockouts, and his last fight was in June when he beat middleweight champion Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. by unanimous decision. This is going to be a tough fight because Anthony Joshua, a two-time world champion and Olympic gold medalist who turned 36, hasn't fought since he lost to Daniel Dubois back in September of 2024. So this is going to be fun to watch this fight happen, man. So Jake Paul this is his best. I just got to say it. This is Jake Paul's best competition as of date in his style. He's making better decisions in fighters. So this is going to be a tough one for him yet, and nonetheless, right? All right, so that's a quick look around the world of sports, NFL, NBA, boxing, all heating up. We heading during that holiday stretch. Y'all know what time it is. So I'm Big Q. This is the Sports Coma. Real sports, real talk, real entertainment. Stay tuned. Stay plugged in. We're just getting started. Peace.